Good day, colleagues. We're going to talk about something called file extensions. File extensions are often what associates a certain type of file to a certain type of program. So at the end of each file, there's often at the end of the name of each file, there is what's called a file extension. Now, oftentimes your computer may not show the file extension to prevent persons who are not tech savvy to from making the mistake of changing the file extension. So you'll see an older type of file here is called a docx, while a newer type of file is, sorry, which is a doc, and a newer type of file is called a docx, right? Um, it shows an icon based on the application that it's associated with. So this one is showing the word icon because it's associated to Microsoft Word. While this, which is a PDF file, and even if you don't know it's a PDF based on the icon, I could even change the view to large view and you would see the icon here. If you check on, I'm just changing the view here. If you look on the file extension, it says .pdf, which tells me that it's a PDF file. While, for instance, this is a picture, the file format is called a Jpeg, right? And it's associated to a picture program. Sometimes the files that you are working with may not be associated with the correct program. So like for instance, this is a PDF file. Sometimes when you're using like Microsoft, well, sorry, Windows 2010, by default, it's not associated with the program that opens your PDF files. By default, it's often associated to Microsoft Edge, which is a web browser. So I just changed the file that this extension is associated to, which is Microsoft Edge. So you'll see there open with Microsoft Edge. If I open it, it will open because I used a program that can open files such as PDF, and it will display it. I could have assigned it to something that cannot open PDF files. So let me see. Let's see if this version of Word can. All right. Let's see. Nope, it can't. Right. In fact, let me see if it can. Let's see. It's going to convert it down to another format. Let's see if it does. You may get some ASCII characters. Okay, it does. It's because I'm using a later version of Word, which is 2016. Okay, I learned something here. So it does a conversion. That's nice. Oh, I think that's because I can convert PDFs to Word, which is not editable, of course. I could have, let's say that I could have associated it. Let me refresh this, and you should see the icon change. It didn't. Okay, it didn't. Let me associate it with. Oh, it does now. With something that probably shouldn't. Let me see. I'm just going to pick some random app. Let me see. All right, WordPad. I know definitely won't show in WordPad. Right? So it's associated to WordPad. Let me show you what it looks like here. Here we go. Opens with WordPad. And we're going to see some gibberish. Here we are. It's associated to an application that cannot open it. It acquires the icon, large, the icon, which is that's a word icon, but it can't open it. And I'm going to move it back. So all I did was properties. I'm going to change it back to Nitro PDF, which which is what all the computers here are using, right? And even though the icon may not have changed, the association has been, so it's going to open in the correct application. Just giving that some time. There we are. Let's give it some time. There we are. Right? So it opens in the correct application. The icon may be the same, but if you check, you'll see that it's now associated to the right program, and their character actually carried over. Same thing if we had a picture. We had a picture, and the extension is Jpeg, and I could have associated it to another program that I know will open it, which I could say Firefox. All right, let me use photo gallery. That will do it. These are all image programs. Let me use something else. Firefox. I know it will open in Firefox. So the icon still hasn't changed because there's some processing going in the background. But if I open it, it's going to open a web page, and there we are, right? Or I could have assigned it, and this icon will change soon. There we are. I could have changed it to something that won't open a picture, and these are all programs that the operating system knows can open these types of files. So I could say, trying to find something far out. This may even probably even open it, but it reads a type of file that is not a picture. Let's see if it does. Nope, it doesn't. There we are. Can't open. So sometimes you'll have these little problems, and you think it's something bad, very drastic, but it can be changed. So I'm going to reassign it to something that, let me set it to paint for you to see. And if I open it, it's going to open in paint. There we are. All right, so I'm going to move it back to, where's the program? Picasa. There we are. And this Picasa application is on all the computers here. Right, and then I can skip through various pictures. Right. Right, so that's just a quick tutorial on file extensions. And as I said earlier, the operating system hides the extension because you could have probably mistakenly changed it. So if I even call this docx, it's not going to necessarily change in opening Word. There we are, see? Doesn't open. And it's trying to prevent persons from making the mistake of changing these things. But there's stuff going on, and sometimes we don't want you guys to make the mistake of messing anything up. There we are, it opens. Right? Alright, so hope this was helpful. It's just some stuff that will help you to get by as you try and execute your duties.